Hey, hi, and hello. Mad Ink Pyro here on day 44 of the Great Keto Adventure. I know that a lot of these videos haven't really been about keto here lately because there's been so much going on everywhere else. I have been staying on my keto. We've been trying other recipes that are mediocre at best. I had a chocolate chip cookie last night, a keto chocolate chip cookie that just was not up to par. I'm not going to send that kind of stuff out to you guys. I'm not going to cook stuff that I don't think is phenomenal. And I have a very picky palate. I am a school-taught chef. I have been for years. I basically lived in the restaurant industry for years. And that's how I made my money and did what I did. But at the same time, I'm not going to put something out that I don't like. If I think it tastes off or if I think it tastes weird, I'm not going to send it out to you guys. So be thankful for that. So if I put anything out, rest assured it's going to taste good. I haven't. We've been going through some of the stuff here lately, and it's just you can really taste the artificial sweetener, or it has a really weird texture or a really off flavor. Not bad necessarily, just off from what you want it to be. So that's why I haven't been doing cooking videos. It is the 15th of April, which means stimulus checks came out for a lot of you today. Unfortunately, mine has not come out. It will be here. I'm not pressed for it. Well, I'm pressed for it. I'm just not worried about it. I know it'll get to me when it gets to me, and that's all there is to it. I will be actually vacating the house with my handy-dandy little bandana here as a face mask for tomorrow. Yeah, y'all know me. Anyway, I'll be venturing out to go grocery shopping some tomorrow. Which I'm thrilled about. I'm actually going to get out of the house for a little while. It's been cold. I mean, I keep bitching and whining about wanting to go fishing and everything. It's just been chilly out. So I really haven't fished. Eventually I will be, and I'll be crabbing and everything else. Speaking of crabby, Amy's over there.
Hey!
That was actually her head. I'm sorry.
Not cool.
I dinged that right off her head. That was pretty funny.
I left stuff in between the seats in the car.
Amy left stuff in between the seats in the car. That's what she's whispering
about. It's in
about.
the console.
You want to pop over and say hi to everybody, Amy?
Hi. I have a migraine.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah, she hasn't been feeling good all day. And it has to do with her sinuses and the weather. I mean, allergies have been, even though it's been chilly, it's been rainy, allergies are still like running rampant through the house for some reason. I'm kind of tired of them. She's kind of tired of them. You know, we're just, and we're staying in the house most of the time. But it doesn't matter because the air gets sucked in from outside and all that crap.
And I went out yesterday.
And she went out yesterday.
Allergens are really high. Like an idiot.
Well, you heard her. I'm not going to repeat what she said. So, anyway, we're going to get back on to more of the keto thing. I can't wait to show you guys the haul that I bring home tomorrow. I did make an actual order from the food place, so when I make an order like that, I get what I want instead of just going in and haphazardly hoping that they have. So it ought to be pretty cool. I have had several friends of mine actually say how they can see my face is starting to thin out. Guys, if you guys see it, I'm cool with that. I'll trust your judgment. I don't see it yet. I don't feel it yet. But it's going to take a couple months before I can see or feel anything. Now, I have noticed that some of my shirts are getting a little looser, which is nice. My fingers are thinned out to the point where I can't wear like actual rings. Most of my ring sizes are 13s because I wear them on my ring fingers. I gotta wear them on my index fingers now, which are normally 14s. So I can tell that my hands are getting thinner, which is cool. My leg is still on the mend, but it's not getting angry now, so that's a good thing. And what I mean by angry is getting all fluid filled and then cracking open and leaking everywhere. I still got a couple leaky spots, but it's nothing comparatively to what it was. It is healing up. It's going to leave a nasty, gnarly scar. But, you know what? That scar, I can look back on that scar, and that scar is going to remind me of where I was, and not to get there again. Guys, this has been a hard thing for me to do. I went from basically doing whatever I wanted, not giving a shit about anything, and the repercussions of what I've eaten, how I've eaten it, what I've done to it, processed foods, non-processed. I didn't care. I ate what tasted good to me, and how much of it that I wanted, which wasn't a big deal either. To really watching my carbs and watching what's going into my body, and it's been a rough adjustment. But now that I'm adjusted, I know what I can mess with. You know, I know what I can alter and tweak out here, alter and tweak out there. I know what regular foods that I was eating that I can still have, and they, for no other reason, make me happy. You know, spaghetti squash, my God. I forgot how good spaghetti squash was. I haven't eaten it in probably 2 years, 3 years. And me and Amy got one night because both of us wanted pasta sauce really bad. So we made spaghetti with it, and it was ketofied. It was extremely low carb. But we wanted pasta. I can't eat pasta. So we got the spaghetti squash, and I forgot how much I liked it. So I just ate another bowl full of spaghetti squash pasta salad, or spaghetti. And it's really good. I really enjoy it. Fish, I'm eating a lot of fish again. Not that I've stopped eating fish, I just quit eating fish that was making me fat. Like, I don't know, beer battered deep fried haddock with chips. You know, fish and chips are one of my things, man. I love them. But even though I did have that one kind of cheat day, which wasn't even really a cheat day, it hasn't affected me. I'm trying to stay with enough, I don't know, sense about me to not fall back into that easy habit of just grabbing whatever you want. Now, one of the things that got me, I made bread for the kids, and actually I made Zane majorly make it, because I want him to learn how to make bread and stuff for himself. Not just for himself, but for him and his family. In case they ever end up in a situation like this, I want to teach my kids how to handle that. By, making your own bread. Make your own soup. Quit going to the packaged pizza. Make your own pizza, So I'm teaching them slowly how to do that. And this pandemic has actually helped me in instructing them on that, because it's not just pick up the phone and call Domino's. So now they actually have to work for what they want, which is kind of cool. It's a great lesson, but it's also teaching them how to prepare it for themselves and make it better than what the restaurants are making, which is really cool too. But at the same time, I was sitting out here and I could smell the bread baking. And if anybody has ever made homemade bread, which I'm sure most of you have, the whole house just gets flooded with that floury, gluteny, yeasty, yummy, cooked bread smell, and it just drives you insane, especially when you know you can't have it.
Serves you right for doing it to me.
I was eating it though. I didn't care when you did it, because I was still able to eat it. And then so I got this huge waft of this wonderful bread that we were making, and I realized I'm not even going to be able to taste it because it's so loaded with carbs. So I ended up, I did eat a little itty bitty piece of it just to see the salt content, because I didn't taste the dough like I normally did.
It was a little salty.
It was a little salty, but I don't measure my stuff. I go by texture. So it was one of those things where it was like, oh, okay, well, we'll just do it like this. There it is. Okay, cool, we got it. Boom. And it turned out to be one of the best breads I've ever made, according to the kids, minus the little extra salt content. And it was just a little extra. It wasn't like a salt lick or anything. But they literally devoured the whole loaf in one evening. So
It was good.
So, smelling it and not going and eating a big hunk of it with butter in my soup, that was my willpower. And I'm finally over I'm not over wanting stuff, believe me. But I know I can go above and beyond it and not eat it and not go after it like a madman. Because believe me, there are times that I want to. So I understand where Amy was coming from when she first started. She still deals with it, and I'm sure everybody on keto and everything does. It's hard. It was definitely hard for me a month into it, and then smelling that. So, but I got through it. So I guess it's more trying to figure out how you're going to handle it, but you have to be faced with it. I can sit here and say, oh, I'll be fine. I can smell that pizza and not want it. Yeah, that's bullshit. I can smell it and I can want it, but I have sense enough to go, if I eat that pizza, I'm throwing away the entire month and a half that I have now. And that's how I look at it. I'm committed at this point. I've committed myself, even though I have weak spots, and I have once, I won't act on it, which kind of impresses me because I'm kind of an impulsive person most of the time. And if I see it in front of me, but I haven't done that, which is cool. Candy, I can pass it, no problem. Ice cream, no big deal. Put a piece of baked pizza in front of me that smells really good, that's a rough one. I'm missing the texture of the bread. I'm missing like hot dog buns and hamburger buns, stuff like that. But all in all, I'll make it. I'll be okay, because the bread that you get on keto is nothing like real bread. Nothing like it. Now the wraps, the low carb wraps that me and Amy have been eating, they're wonderful. I think they're two or four carbs a wrap. So that's not real bad, I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. So to have a taco that actually feels and tastes like a taco, or having a steak wrap or whatever we're doing with it, and make it actually taste like it is, I think it's worth the extra couple carbs. So I'm happy with the way things are going. I'm happy with the performance and how things are turning out. I'm happy that I'm getting out of the house, and I'm not so happy that this corona thing's still going on and still taking, it's sweet time and killing people off and making people sick. So guys, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at, up to date with everything. Hey Zane, that's kind of where I'm at with everything, and that brings us to the next spot that I'm going to go to, which is going to be stirring around and starting to figure out what's going to happen with this summer. now that we're getting into, people wanting to reopen the country and get the economy going again, I'm going to have to feel out and figure out how we're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do as far as social distancing goes. Are the festivals going to happen? Are the things like that going to take place? So once I find out that information, then I'll be able to make a call on the firework thing. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys with that. That's a whole nother monster. So guys, I'm getting off here. So get healthy, get happy, and stay safe. Remember, if you live in Maryland, have something to cover your face when you go out. Governor Hogan says he'll fine you if you don't. I'll see you guys tomorrow.